So, due to things said to me by certain people after last week's show, I decided to make this statement for my home here to clear some things up, and have asked my friend Casey King to read them for me so there is no misunderstanding. So in case you forgot last week, Kira Scarbridge made a call for a new challenger, and then Vanessa, Eri, Candy, Carmelita and Mama T all came out and said their part, saying they want the shot, etc. And that's when I came out. I laid out what I've done recently and pointed out why the others out there should not get the shot. Apparently how I worded myself was taken as me trying to bury my fellow women's wrestlers, and not the words of someone who's generally a good person, or to use the wrestling term, face. Well, let me clear a few things up. I'm not like everyone else out there. I don't play up to the crowd as much as others, but at the same time, I'm not an asshole either. I'm just me. If you're expecting me to go out there and dance like Eri, or take selfies like Kira, that's just not me. But at the same time, you're not going to see me go out there and rip on the fans and wear a crown like Gina, or carry a shovel like Regan to the ring, because that's not me either. Yes, sometimes my temper can get the best of me, but can anybody really blame me for it last week? I lost at WrestleFest, then watched Kira beat Kimberly Smith after I took care of Samara and Mama T, only to get sucker punched with brass knuckles by Samara later in the night, only to then see 5 people try to get a title shot ahead of me last week. I'm not here to make any excuses about any of that, but you can see why I might have gone overboard with what I said. I respect the others on our roster, both men and women, and what each of them have done in SL Wrestling, but I'd like to think that they respect me too in return for what I do, and for being myself when I'm out there, because this is not a character. This is the real me when I wrestle, and if you don't like that, well, that's your prerogative, but I'm not changing anytime soon. I go out there and wrestle, and do things that nobody else can do out there, and I've gained a lot of the audience's respect for that over the years, and I'm happy when I hear them cheer. But I know there's members of the audience that don't like me, whether they don't like my style, or even just simply prefer my opponents. But I respect that they are entitled to their opinions. Hell, I know there's members of our usual crowd I've feuded with before in previous feds I've worked for that still don't like me. I've tried before in other feds being something I'm not, including a time wearing a bee costume I won't go into, but it's mistakes like that that have helped me get to where I am, and made me the wrestler I am today. I'm going to end this statement by saying that I came to DCWF to be champion, and I fully intend on fulfilling that goal, but I'm going to do it my own way.